Welcome to Southwest Championship Wrestling. Steve Stack here at ringside. We'll be going to the ring in just a moment to see Tiger Conway Jr. in action, as he'll have our opening match here today. The National Heavyweight Champion Larry Zbyszko will make an appearance on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Also, the Wildfire Tommy Rich is coming to Southwest Championship Wrestling today. Tully Blanchard is here, Scott Casey, and more, so don't go away. The hour of excitement is about to begin. First, on my left, I'd like to introduce a new youngster coming to Southwest Championship Wrestling. Very exciting, El Perez. El, nice to have you.
Thank you, Steve. It's good to be here in Southwest Wrestling.
El Perez, he'll be going into the ring a little later on. Tiger, great to have you back.
Thank you very much, Steve. I tell you, I've been waiting to get back to the Southwest Championship area, and I guarantee you, I'm ready for all the keen top champions, and I'm ready. I guarantee you, I got something in store for them, and I'm going to give it to them. It's a few of them around here deserve some things, and I'm going to give it to them.
Good luck to you. We'll be back with Southwest Championship Wrestling right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first match, one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Your referee is Jack Howe. Introducing in the corner to my right at 240 pounds from Japan, the Ninja Warrior. His opponent, 235, Houston, Texas, Tiger Conway Jr.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you hear the crowd for Tiger Conway Jr. as he returns here to Southwest Championship Wrestling. Our ring announcer, Rick Stewart, has made the introduction. The bell sounds. The referee is Jack Howe as Tiger Conway Jr. takes on the Ninja Warrior to start it out here on Southwest Championship Wrestling today. Tiger Conway Jr. grabs the Ninja Warrior, whips him across the ring. Oh, and he knocks him down. Tiger says, come on, Ninja, get up. I can do all that karate and all that judo. If you want to do it, I'll do it with you. Rick?
Steve, this is a special treat for me. I haven't seen Conway Tiger Jr. since the early 70s when he was in a tag team match in North Carolina. Apparently, this man has lost none of his fire. He's a tough fighting individual, and you can look for big things from Tiger Conway Jr.
That he is, as he locks up. Now he comes out with an arm bar on the left arm of the Ninja Warrior. What's he going to do with him here? He steps over. Nice move.
Conway is very fast on his feet. He likes to go to the air, but he can stay to the mat as well. And when you're versatile like this, it's probably a big ingredient in the success this young man's had over the years in pro wrestling.
Ninja Warrior reaches up. He has hold of the hair of Tiger Conway Jr. as he backs him into the corner. Referee Jack Howe's counting. Oh, Tiger got out of there just in time. Turns it around on the Ninja Warrior. Hip tosses him out of that ring. Flying in the air. Oh, it looked like he was going for a flying head scissor, but the Ninja Warrior was one step ahead of him.
Oh, when you're wrestling someone as big and as potentially dangerous as the Ninja Warrior, one slight error in judgment can completely turn a match around. Ninja has got those judo chops, and he's well versed in the martial arts, as is Tiger Conway. And unless Conway can get a grip on the situation, he's in serious trouble.
What a big chop that was. I felt that one up here, but Tiger Conway Jr. is up with a blow of his own, and now they exchange blows. Boy, they're popping them. The Ninja Warrior backed onto the ropes. He's whipped out of there by Tiger Conway Jr. Doubles him up with a fist. The Tiger Man after him with an elbow to the top of the head and knocks him down to his knees. Reaches in, slams him, breaks those boots across the eye areas. I want to remind all you fans that Southwest Championship Wrestling will be in Corpus Christi tonight. That's July the 3rd, Sunday, and also in the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. Southwest Championship Wrestling tonight, Corpus Christi, Texas, and the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia.
Referee Jack Howe is doing an excellent job of keeping some semblance of order in the ring. The Ninja Warrior definitely with the advantage in upper body strength on Conway Jr., but Tiger Conway has got that wrestling background. As you well know, Steve Stack, his father, a tremendous wrestler, and Tiger Conway Jr. a credit to his family, and all in all, one of the top black athletes to ever step foot in the ring. He's in trouble now. You can hear all the way across the TV studio this Ninja Warrior laying in those judo chops. Oh,
he laid some big ones in there. He grabs Tiger, snaps him out of there, goes in behind with a face lock. Had to pull a little hair or something. They got him down too easy.
Ninja Warrior, he won't hesitate to go for the shortcuts, or what's sometimes called shortcuts, which basically boils down to illegal tactics. He's a master at blocking the referee from seeing these tactics, and that makes him even more dangerous inside the ring.
Right now, it's the Ninja Warrior holding on to the head of Tiger Conway Jr. as Tiger tries to make his way up. The referee, Jack House, checking to make sure that's up off the throat, and it is. That's pretty close to the kidney area there. Ninja Warrior exchanges blows. Woo, another one of those big chops. But Tiger Conway Jr. trying to knock him back. You can see the Ninja Warrior just stay right there. Shoulder tackle. Down goes Tiger Conway Jr. Here comes the Ninja after him again. Oh! Tiger ducked. Ninja went between the ropes. He's out on the floor.
Ninja Warrior perhaps made a real big mistake there, Steve, in going for that second body tackle. Conway had a chance to get his mind clear and to work up some kind of strategy. And now, with Ninja on the floor and Tiger Conway getting a chance to catch his breath, we might see a complete turnaround in this match.
Coming up a little later on Southwest Championship Wrestling, the national heavyweight champion, Larry Zbyszko. What a backflip. Tiger got in front of him that time. The Ninja's holding on. Tiger up with a beautiful drop kick, and down goes the Ninja Warrior. Tiger reaches over, grabs him, going for a suplex. Can he get him up? Yes, he has him high, and there he is. A beautiful maneuver there as Tiger Conway had the suplex on the Ninja Warrior. Got him covered up. It could be all over. It would have been all over, but he found the rope.
That Ninja Warrior has a real good sense of where he is in the ring. So important in professional wrestling to be easily able to drape your foot over the rope when you're in trouble. Junior's keeping right on his man, though, showing real good strategy. Backing Ninja Warrior in with a good high-flying mare out of the corner. Tiger Conway keeping right on his man, possibly closing in. Thinks he's got that Ninja Warrior in a bad way.
Here goes Tiger up on that middle rope. The Ninja Warrior turns around. There's that flying headbutt. Oh, the flying headbutt. He's down. Here's the count. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over as Tiger Conway Jr. flew off of that second rope with a headbutt, knocks the Ninja Warrior down, and the fans clap and cheer, and they're proud. The Tiger Conway Jr. is back here on Southwest Championship Wrestling, and he's the winner in the opening match. Stay tuned, because the Cowboy Scott Casey is coming up next here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Well, the exciting Cowboy Scott Casey here on Southwest Championship Wrestling today. Scott, nice to have you again.
My pleasure, Steve. I tell you, it's always fun being out here with you.
Well, Scott, we've got a couple of things we want to show the fans today. First, we're going to give them, we'll talk about it, and then we'll show them. You were at ringside, and we're standing back in the corners watching the national heavyweight champion, Larry Zbyszko, at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, as he was wrestling a friend of yours and mine, the big bad man out of Borger, Texas, Stan Hansen.
That's right, Steve. He's about 50 miles away from Amarillo, and Stan and I kind of grew up with each other, and I guess I stuck my nose in his business, but I felt like it needed to be there because Zbyszko, even though he is the national heavyweight champion, pulled something out of his trunks, as we would say, a foreign object, and proceeded to wail the daylights out of Stan Hansen. And I guess I did stick my nose in there, but I didn't feel like it was a justifiable thing for him to do. So I felt that if I got in there and helped Stan a little bit, maybe he just, he might make it out alive in there, because whatever it was very hard.
That's right, and if you hadn't been there, the decision would have went the other way, where Larry Zbyszko would have won the match, but the referee did see the brass knuckles, I believe they were, and then he disqualified him.
Yeah, thank the good Lord for that. He did have some eyes, and at least he had a little bit of common sense with him, because the people were behind us 100%, and everyone could see that he did have an object in his hands.
Okay, let's take you now to the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio and show you the national heavyweight champion, Larry Zbyszko, against the bad man from Borger, Texas, Stan Hansen. Oh, we pick up the action in progress at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, Texas. The big man, the bad man from Borger, Texas, Stan Hansen, gets punched there by the national heavyweight champion, Larry Zbyszko. The referee, Jack Howe, trying to get him back out of there. Big knee from Zbyszko. Larry Zbyszko getting up off the mat, takes that boot, rakes it across the head of Stan Hansen. Goes in behind with a face lock. What we want you to watch for here, as Scott Casey explained a little earlier, was Larry Zbyszko will be going to the trunks and pulling out a foreign object. Right now, he holds on to the head of Stan Hansen. referee Jack Howell making sure that that hold is up off the throat. Zbyszko locks those arms on tight. Hansen getting a forearm up there, trying to push Zbyszko back, but national heavyweight champion just holds on. Zbyszko asking the referee to check Hansen, see if he can continue the match. And of course, you saw that he's okay. Gets that 285 pounds going his way now, and he turns things around on Larry Zbyszko. Missed. Hansen has him up. Atomic drop, and down goes Larry Zbyszko.
15 minutes gone. 15 minutes.
Hansen with that big boot, and that is a big one, let me tell you. There's another kick. Using the ropes for leverage, dives across the chest of Larry Zbyszko with that 285 pounds. Legal forearm. Zbyszko knocked back almost out of the ring. Down goes the referee Jack Howell. Stan Hansen had knocked Larry Zbyszko into him. Now you can see Zbyszko right there had gone to the trunks. He has something on that right hand. Wham! Down goes Stan Hansen. Larry Zbyszko has the foreign object. Now he hides it. What Scott Casey was talking about a little earlier. Stan Hansen got the big blow. Jack Howell, dazed, getting up. There's Zbyszko. Here comes Scott Casey into the ring. Casey going after the national heavyweight champion Larry Zbyszko. He flips him over. And Casey is trying to get that foreign object. There it is. He finally knocked it out of the trunks of Larry Zbyszko. And Jack Howell raises the hand of the national heavyweight champion, stops the match because of the outside interference from the Cowboy Scott Casey. Hansen making his way up now. Scott Casey points to the foreign object that was laying in the ring. And Jack Howell doesn't know where it came from. Casey's trying to tell him it came from the national heavyweight champion Larry Zbyszko. And we saw it earlier. Right here, Jack Howell talking to Scott Casey. Casey has a few words for Zbyszko. Hansen is still staggered. The referee listened to Casey, listened to the crowd in the background, and now he goes outside, and this is where he changes his decision and awards the match to Stan Hansen because of the use of the foreign object. Well, Scott, there the fans just saw what we were talking about. Before we go to our next tape, you got a nice place to go tonight.
That's absolutely right. This will be my first time ever in Atlanta, Georgia in the Omni. And I'm looking very much forward to it. I've had a lot of response from the fans out there, and I don't, right now, know who my opponent is. The contracts have been signed, but I will find out before I get there, I'm sure of that. And I'm looking forward to it, Steve.
That'll be a nice night. I hope you had a good time in Atlanta, Georgia tonight. Now, Scott, let's go back to the business at hand. You wrestled the Southwest heavyweight champion, Tully Blanchard. Of course, his business manager, Christopher Love, was at ringside. This was at the Hemisphere Arena also. A non-title match.
Well, that's right, Steve. And I, normally, if you've known me for years, I don't like to sit here and toot my own horn. But this time, folks, I'm going to do it because this is the first time in 4 years that I've been down here for Southwest Championship Wrestling that I pinned Tully Blanchard in the middle of the ring. Now, we've had some disqualification wins, and we've had wins from being outside and in, and different things. But this is the first time that I ever put his shoulders to the mat, 1, 2, 3, and his manager, Christopher Puppy Love, could not interfere because it was right in the middle of the ring. But sometimes with a victory comes a little sourness too, because after it all occurred, what broke loose, because Larry Zbyszko came back. I guess he felt like what's good for the goose is good for the gander, because I interfered in his match. He came back, and I'm telling you what, they wailed the daylights out of me, Steve. And
every time you got thrown out of the ring, Zbyszko was there throwing you back in.
I needed no help getting in, because the man is very strong and powerful, and he just pitched me back in the ring. But like I said, I'm real proud of it. I did get to pin Tully, and maybe now the people will get behind me in San Antonio and also around the country. I say San Antonio because that's where I'm at, but it doesn't doesn't matter if I'm in Denver, Colorado, if I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii, Atlanta, Georgia, anywhere in Canada, or somewhere down in the Caribbean, as long as I can take the man on in the Southwest Championship match, that's what's on my mind, Steve.
You need to get a shot at that title.
I sure do, Steve. I appreciate you having me up here, too.
Okay, Scott, now we're going to take him to the Hemisphere Arena. Let's show Scott Casey against Tully Blanchard.
Pick up the action here at the Hemisphere Arena with Tully Blanchard throwing a forearm into the midsection of Scott Casey. Casey dropped across that top rope. And if you look over in the left-hand corner, Larry Zbyszko, the national heavyweight champion, was out there yelling something into Tully Blanchard, the referee. 6 times former world's heavyweight champion. Held that title for a period of almost 18 years, Lou Thesz. Tully Blanchard smiling. He figures he's got Scott Casey just where he wants him, and he's got him in a pretty bad way right here. Grabs him. Out of the ring he goes. Casey outside. And there goes Larry Zbyszko. This is what Casey said earlier. Every time he'd go outside the ring, Zbyszko was out there and threw him right back in. Big forearm from Tully Blanchard, the Southwest heavyweight champion. The title not on the line in this match. Casey swinging wildly. Christopher Love, the business manager of Tully Blanchard, also outside the ring, yelling in encouragement. Casey really staggered. Blanchard going after the pin here. He wants to get it all over with. Casey blocks it, throws a punch. Almost knocked Blanchard to his knees. Tully Blanchard with the move, puts Casey down. Drops that knee across the chest. Here's a count, 1, 2. And Tully Blanchard thought he had him pinned. Blanchard looks around and he's talking to Zbyszko here. Blanchard with another knee as Scott Casey stays down on the mat. Referee Lou Thesz telling him, get out of the hair, break the hold. Casey being helped up as Blanchard has a hold of him by the head, but Casey backs out of there. Tully Blanchard looks like he's going for a pile driver, but they're into the ropes. Tries to get him up. And a knee left knocks Casey back into the ring. And here's Casey being thrown outside again, and once again you'll see the national heavyweight champion Larry Zbyszko come around. There he is right there. The referee Lou Thesz warns him. Zbyszko doesn't do anything except grab him, throw him back into the ring. Blanchard using those ropes for leverage. The referee Lou Thesz warns him again. Blanchard reaches in, slams Casey down. He's on top. Here comes the count. It's 1, 2, ooh, almost 3, and Tully Blanchard is complaining about the count. The referee says it was 2. Christopher Love complains. Larry Zbyszko complains. Suplex. High in the air goes Casey. He comes on the backside with a backslide. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. And there it is. Scott Casey defeats Tully Blanchard at the Hemisphere Arena. Blanchard can't believe it. Zbyszko can't believe it. Love can't believe it. They go into the ring, and it's Zbyszko and Blanchard punishing Scott Casey. You won't see it, but the bad man from Borger, Texas, Stan Hansen, comes in and helps clear out the ring.
Six-man tag team match going into the ring just a bit. You'll see Ali Bey the Turk teaming up with a sheepherder and Bobby Jaggers. And Jaggers, now,
Steve Staggs,
well, you said, because if I said what I...
Something, one of the most despicable things that ever happened in professional wrestling happened at the Hemisphere Arena. Big Mr. Bob Sweetan. What happened? Little Eric Emery got hurt. He's not a man. He can't take care of himself. We beat him like a dog. And I'll tell you what happened. We had Sweet Brown Sugar right there, Daddy, the coup de grace. Jonathan Boyd, that bed in the hospital was almost full for you, Daddy. And what happens? Sweethead takes it upon himself. He jumps in the ring. He jumps in the ring. But what happened to Sweethead? We started beating him too. But Sweethead, if you want to start picking on people, I'll tell you something right now. 37 countries, the sheep herders have made this flag a symbol of championships. It covers the Southwest Tag Team titles. And now they have taken me under their wing. And what has happened? I'm a champion. Yes, Jonathan Boyd's in a hospital. But like I've told you, we know who put him there. And we swear to you, we're going to put that person or persons responsible in the hospital with him.
Jaggers, I want you to read that sign at ringside when you go to the match. It says America.
Bobby Jaggers, what's wrong with these idiots? What's wrong with them? Now, poor Bobby Jaggers, I'm no traitor. I can choose. I can choose, and I've chosen this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our ring announcer, Rick Stewart, is in the ring for this six-man tag team match, so let's go to him.
Tag team match, one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Now entering the ring at 240 pounds, Ali Bey the Turk. His partners, the reigning Southwest Tag Team Champions at a combined total of 470 pounds, Bobby Jaggers and sheep herder Luke Williams. Their opponents, 225, Cloverport, Kentucky, Eric Embry. 240, Dallas, Texas, Sweet Brown Sugar. 265, Round Rock, Texas, Mr. Pile Driver Bob Sweethand.
Well, if the lady at ringside will turn the sign around, I'll read it. It says, America doesn't need him. Texas doesn't want him. Kansas won't have him. Deport the turncoat Bobby Jaggers. There it is. Hey, that's a pretty good sign that lady had at ringside, Rick.
The intensity, the feeling that this man Bobby Jaggers has stirred up in the last couple of weeks is just, it's something phenomenal in professional wrestling. And I think it's a trend nationwide, Steve, towards patriotism and pride in the United States and anger at this man for turning his back on the country that nurtured him.
Okay, we get ready for the bell. Want to remind all you fans that Southwest Championship Wrestling will be at the Hemisphere Arena on the 4th of July. And what fireworks we're going to have in the Hemisphere Arena. And the television cameras of Southwest Championship Wrestling will be there for those fireworks. We're going to do our television program from the Hemisphere Arena.
What an exciting night that's going to be. The match we've got in the ring right now could be a main event on that card or any card in the country. Sweet Brown Sugar, a beautiful arm drag on Ali Bey the Turk. And again, you see what a tough job a professional wrestling referee has, keeping Williams back in the corner. Now the tag to Eric Embry. Embry's a fiery young man and against a veteran in the Turk. And that experience showing through now as they trap young Eric Embry in that corner.
Eric Embry being held in there by Bobby Jaggers. Now he's snapped out of there by Luke Williams, the sheep herder. Ali Bey the Turk, you know, he makes a good combination with these guys. I'll tell you, he just fits right in the mold.
Right now, Eric Embry is opening up, going to work on all three men. Luke Williams is your legal man in the ring. Embry winds him up. Double fist to the stomach, and this team of Williams, Jaggers, and the Turk is in serious trouble right now, Steve Stack.
In comes Bob Sweethand to help out as he kicks Luke Williams off. Well, the crowd roars its approval. Jaggers is mad. He better look out. He's messing with Embry right now.
These New Zealand sheep herders, both Williams and Boyd. Beautiful drop kick from Eric Embry. They've unleashed something in Bobby Jaggers that I've noticed over the last couple of weeks, Steve. He's, even in the dressing room, this is an angry and bitter young man, and I think this boy is capable of great violence inside that ring right now.
Ali Bey the Turk doesn't know that Sweet Brown Sugar is tagged in. He's turned around. He's popped in the head by Sweet Brown Sugar, who has the Turk up for a slam. Oh, he bounces him off that mat. Rakes those boots across the area around the eyes. Reaches down to the side headlock, tags out. Did he make the tag? I don't believe he did. going the other way. The Turk has Sugar in the corner. I don't know whether he tagged out or not. I don't believe he did. Jaggers is holding him. Oh, Sweetbound Sugar comes out there fighting. Here's the tag. 285-pound Bob Sweetan holds Ali Bay the Turk. A nice chop right across the nose of the Turk.
There's that big right hand from Bob Sweetan. And I'll tell you, Steve, the thing I've noticed about this man, he may be a little quiet on his interviews. He doesn't get excited and he doesn't yell and scream. But as you can see right now, he can fire away and fight with the best of them. And one look at Bob Sweetan, and you know this man is dangerous. This man has been through a lot of battles over the years. He's still around, and he's going to be here for a long, long time.
Well, outside the ring, Luke Williams holding on to Sweetan. Here comes Jaggers over to help out. It's 3-on-1. 3-on-1. The referee trying to get Sweet Brown Sugar and Eric Embry to stay in their corner, and by that time, everybody else is cleared out of the way across there. Two men whipping Sweetan. They double him up with those elbows, and Sweetan is staggered into the referee, Jack Howe. Finally, the Turk gets out of there. Luke Williams, the sheepherder, is the legal man into the ring.
Bob Sweetan did exactly what he had to do, headed for the corner and tagged in that fresh man. And Eric Embry is getting a little revenge on Williams for some of the tactics he's used on him earlier in the match. Driving that knee in, only a count of 2 from Jack Howe. But Eric Embry right back on his man, not letting that sheepherder get a moment's rest.
Here comes the count. Jaggers in to save the day again. I want to remind all you fans, Southwest Championship Wrestling in the Rio Grande Valley on July the 5th and also in Odessa, Texas on July the 5th.
All over the United States, Southwest Wrestling, just a hotbed of action. The top stars in the world today, as you can see right now in the ring. And again, that dangerous situation in 6-man tag, Steve. Getting trapped in the corner and triple team.
That's what's happening to Eric Embry now. There's Jaggers with a big knee lift. Down goes Eric Embry. Jaggers, 265 pounds, that flying elbow. Comes in there with a fist very close to the throat. Another elbow. See the beautiful American flag waving at ringside. As people began to chant, USA, Jaggers, the Turk, working on Embry. Oh, and down goes Eric Embry. Well, this Turk getting a lot of help, but he's a vicious man.
Here we see that feeling of patriotism that we talked about a little earlier on this show. These two men have hit a deep chord in the people in this studio arena, and I think with the fever pitch that's running in this arena studio right this very minute, we could find a very big upset in the making.
The sheepherder whips Eric Embry across the way. Elbow knocks him down. Sheepherder has him covered up. Sweetan reaches in between the ropes, pulls him off.
Luke Williams isn't afraid to get in those little shots. If you'll notice on that elbow, he drove the whole point and focal of his body into the tip of his elbow, into the tip of Eric Embry's nose. And I wouldn't be surprised right now if this young Eric Embry doesn't at least have a fractured nose.
His head slammed into the boot of Bobby Jaggers. They're holding Embry in the corner. Jaggers kicks him. Jaggers slams his head into the turnbuckle. Jaggers pulls him out. Reverse neckbreaker could be all over right here. Oh, here comes Sweetan in. He pulls him off and saves him. He would have been pinned right there, I believe.
Good strategy, the veteran Bob Sweetan taking care of his partner in trouble.
Here comes the Turk in now.
What a tough man he is. The Turk, he likes that Greco-Roman style. He can suplex from any position. And right now, with Williams from behind, it looks like maybe a little more of that triple teaming in the corner, Steve.
The Turk, big kick, wrestles barefooted. Here comes the sheepherder. He's got to be the captain of this team.
Luke Williams
calls all the signals.
He's not all there all the time. That's the big drawback with him. He's an unstable man. Embry coming off those ropes. Just a wild, blind block on Luke Williams. He's headed for the corner. He needs to make that tag, Steve.
He sure does. Sweetan stretching it out, trying to reach him. He hasn't got him yet. He kicks Luke Williams off, and he makes the tag to Sweet Brown Sugar. Headbutt, down goes the sheepherder. Drop kick, down goes the Turk. Headbutt. Sweetan in there for Jaggers. Uh-oh, 6-man free-for-all. Except it's not scheduled that way. 6-man free-for-all. There's the Turk knocked out of the ring. There goes Embry over the top rope. Referee's going to ask for the bell.
Over the top rope, an automatic disqualification according to the rules of pro wrestling. These men aren't going to stop for the bell, though. There's some bad blood in that ring right now.
It's going to make Ali Bay the Turk, Bobby Jaggers, and the sheep herder disqualified. Sweet Brown Sugar, Bob Sweethead, and Eric Embry the winner. That was over the top rope. Stay tuned, because we'll be back with more right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Ring officials remain the same. Introducing in the corner to my right, 235, the island of Samoa, Coco Samoa. His opponent at 320 pounds, identified only as being from parts unknown, the Masked Mauler.
Well, 325-pound Masked Mauler against Coco Samoa here on Southwest Championship Wrestling from the Junction in San Antonio, Texas. All you fans in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Southwest Championship Wrestling in conjunction with Ann Gunkel will be having some matches in Albuquerque on July the 6th. Also in Roswell, New Mexico on July the 7th. Oh, well, two big guys from the island of Samoa, Coco Samoa. Look at this Masked Mauler pick up Samoa and slam him down. Also, before I get back to you, Rick, I want to remind all the fans sitting out at home, we're going to have a Fan Appreciation Weekend in San Antonio on August the 20th and 21st out at Scott Casey's Ranch. We're going to invite the people from all over the United States. We're going to tell them more about it in the weeks to come, but it'll be at Scott Casey's Ranch.
What an opportunity that'll be for wrestling fans to show how much the promotion of Southwest Wrestling appreciates the great fans who, over the years, have helped make pro wrestling the greatest sport in the world.
In the ring now, Coco Samoa and a Masked Mauler. Oh, down goes the big masked man. Coco Samoa may give away about 65 or 70 pounds, but he can dish it out. The Masked Mauler. Coco Samoa with a headbutt. Down goes the Masked Mauler.
This Coco Samoa is very versatile in the ring. He, as you pointed out earlier, is very well versed in the martial arts. As you can see right there, a double thrust from a man almost 100 pounds heavier than he is, and Samoa is controlling this Mauler with, I wouldn't say easily, but with a minimal amount of problems. However, Samoa apparently deciding not to go up on those ropes, turning around a headbutt into the diving Mauler, and now
I believe it looked to me like he may have come off that top rope. I couldn't tell. There's a count. 1, 2, 3. Come on. I believe now the referee Jack House, Coco Samoa's hand raised in victory, but I don't know. It looked like Coco Samoa may have come off that top rope. From my point of angle, I couldn't really tell. But anyway, Coco Samoa wins it here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Don't forget, all you fans, Southwest Championship Wrestling will have the live cameras in the Hemisphere Arena for the taping of our television program on Monday, July the 4th. What matches we're going to have from you there. Coming in here now, the business.
I tell you people, what do you think's going on here? You're saying, team! You're showing where Scott Casey pins Tully. How dare you're going to be hit with the greatest lawsuit you ever seen, people. You're starting something you can't stop. Scott Casey was so greased out like a pig, Tully could barely hold on to him, let alone wrestle him, and he slides right down in a pin. No way. Southwest Wrestling, you're playing on very, very, very dangerous turf, honey. I'm livid. Tully's in Hawaii. Got a long week to think things over, honey, but you ain't heard the last of us, honey. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad.
Well, I'm sorry it upsets you, Christopher Love, but we have the right to those tapes. And we're glad we got to show all you fans Tully Blanchard and Scott Casey. Stay tuned because we'll be back with more right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few seconds now, I'm going to show you what brought about the no disqualification. There must be a winner match between Wildfire Tommy Rich and the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. It all happened at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. So now, let's take you there and see the Wildfire against the Mad Dog.
The action, these two men have been battling since the opening bell. And what a battle it's been. Wildfire Tommy Rich gets hit by the Mad Dog Bud Sawyer. Right there, the referee, Jack Howell. These two men have had a feud around the country. And they're here at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. And what a battle this is. Rich trying to make a comeback. Trying to get that second win. Wildfire Tommy Rich against the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Rich setting down on that bottom rope. Ooh, he catches Sawyer as he comes in. Points in this match. I didn't think either man was going to be able to continue, but they kept going on, as you see Sawyer with a beautiful suplex there. Referee Jack Howell telling Sawyer, don't go up on that top rope. He stays on the middle rope. Comes off, and Rich moves out of the way just at the right time, or it would have been lights out for Tommy Rich. Rich up first. Big fist knocks down the Mad Dog. Now it's Rich going over onto the middle rope in the other corner. Comes flying through the air, and Sawyer does not get out of the way as Rich comes in there with that fist. Wildfire Tommy Rich staying on top of Buzz Sawyer. Referee Jack Howell tells him to break. There's a 5 count to break, and he broke just in time. Tremendous crowd on hand cheering the Wildfire Tommy Rich. Sawyer's still not out of it. Comes a count on Sawyer, and he finally kicks out as Jack Howell wasn't very far from slapping that mat for the 3rd time. Dog Buzz Sawyer. Oh, hot Rich coming in, took him down. He's biting Rich. An elbow knocks Buzz Sawyer back to the mat. Wildfire Tommy Rich holding on to the Mad Dog. Watching this match so far, you can see why these two men have signed for a match to meet again. No disqualifications, there must be a winner. Get an opportunity to see that match, you sure don't want to miss it. Rich staying on top. Exchange blows here, and Buzz Sawyer somehow standing up, tied up into the ropes. The referee Jack Howell being shoved out of the way by Wildfire Tommy Rich. Howell getting back up. Oh, and Sawyer lays one on him, and Jack Howell is out on the mat. Sawyer and Rich doing battle at the 10-minute mark. We joined this match in progress from the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. Jack Howell still dazed. Howe begins to get up, and Jack Howe is asking for the timekeeper to ring the bell. He's going to stop the match. At this point, he did stop the match and disqualified both men, and he gets hit and knocked down again. Things really get out of hand here as wrestlers will be running into the ring to try to separate these two. As they continue to battle, the bell continues to ring, but they don't care. They've got a score to settle there. Sweet Brown Sugar, he's the first one into the ring to help out Tommy Rich. But Rich is not going to have any part of it. He goes after Sawyer, and here comes Eric Embry. Over on the other side now, a little help for Buzz Sawyer. As things get completely out of hand, it took quite a while to restore the action here at the Hemisphere Arena, but it was a double disqualification wildfire. Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall, TV time remaining. Introducing to my right at 295 pounds, parts unknown, the spoiler number 2. His opponent, 240, Champa Florida's Al Perez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before the bell even sounds, the spoiler number 2 goes after Al Perez, who makes his first appearance here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. The big spoiler, laying in some big one. Perez throwing some back. The spoiler drops to one knee. Perez begins to move. The spoiler in the corner. Perez grabs him by the arm, whips him all the way into the turnbuckle. Goes up after him. Monkey flips him out of there. Perez looking good on his first appearance here. Grabs the mask. Spoiler number 2. Gets in front. Big backdrop. Drops across there with an elbow, and the spoiler number 2 wasn't there. Now the spoiler number 2 has a knee across the chest, maybe very close to the throat of Al Perez. Well, that looked like it may have been a karate blow to the throat. Perez is backed into the corner. A reversal. Perez with another backflip. The spoiler number 2 is down. Perez stays on top of him, goes up on his back, hooks him, rolls him over towards the ropes. He's not in the ropes. Here's a count. It's 1, 2, 3. And Al Perez wins his first match here on Southwest Championship Wrestling with excitement as he beats the big man, spoiler number 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to have here with me the promoter from Global Wrestling, Ann Gunkel. Ann, it's great to have you here.
Thank you, Steve. I'm down here where all the action is. I know there's tough action from USA Network here at South Championship Wrestling.
Ann, you're going to run into Tingley Coliseum in Albuquerque, New Mexico on the 6th of July, and that'll be great for those fans there.
Yes, I've searched all over the world, and I think the toughest competition anywhere is with World Championship Wrestling and with USA Network Wrestling.
That ought to be great, and I don't want to remind the fans in Roswell, New Mexico, you're going to be over there too.
Yes, we are. We're going to bring Tully Blanchard over there and let him take on some tough competition in Roswell, New Mexico on the next night. That's on July 7th.
Oh, and Global Wrestling out in the West, you're running in Phoenix, Arizona. It's seen in Los Angeles, other great places out in California.
Yes, we're bringing all this tough competition to Phoenix, Tucson, and San Diego, and up in Anaheim. We're bringing it all over the West.
Global Wrestling has got to be great. What do you think of the stars you saw here tonight?
Well, I was very impressed. I've seen some tough competition before, but this is tough competition here at Southwest Championship Wrestling.
And I want to tell you fans, Ann Gunkel also does some commentating on Global Wrestling.
Yes, I do, but I get to see all the tough competitors, but I'm very impressed what I've seen here tonight.
Thank you, Ann. It's nice to have you, and we look forward to working with Global Championship Wrestling.
Thanks, Steve. Nice to be here.
Ann Gunkel, nice to have her here today. And over here on my left, Sweet Brown Sugar and Bob Sweet. And gentlemen, time about to expire. Miss Gunkel right here with you, Bob.
I'll tell you what's going to happen here July the 4th. It's my birthday, and I'm going to celebrate. By me and Brown Sugar, we're going to go in there, and we're going to take care of Mr. Sheepherder and Mr. Bobby Jaggers. No time at all.
That's right, Mr. Stack, and I want all these people to know I'm looking forward to coming to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and like Bob said, the 4th of July, there's going to be plenty of fireworks.
Thank you, Ann, for coming. Global Wrestling, Southwest Championship Wrestling. Till next week, Steve Stack saying so long from San Antonio, Texas.